What's up, Madden community? This is DK back again with NBL. Kind of giving you a follow up on the video I did for Madden 17 when I was at EA Play in LA. So it was a lot of questions and a lot of good things from you guys. Thank you very much. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off with a lot of the defensive concepts and questions that you guys had. So, first off, I want to start off with the cover four. There was only one variation of cover four that I saw. It had the four blue zones with two purple zones and either one yellow or two yellows, just kind of depending on the formation that you was in. The cover four can stop the run. It can kind of keep it in check. When you run a 4-3 or a 3-4, it kind of can keep it in check for the most part. But if you're going into dime in the quarters and you're thinking you're going to stop the run, then you're in trouble. Basically, you're just in trouble. I tried to do the three deep quarters coverage and within the 5 yard line, 5 or 10 yard line, just to kind of see if it works. And I got gashed with the run. There was no stopping the run if you don't have enough defensive linemen and enough linebackers to kind of attack the gaps. So that way it won't stop the run. So if you're thinking you're going to run quarters to stop the run on Madden 17, you're in trouble. It's not going to happen. Playing the receiver for swap mechanic versus playing the receiver. So I feel that the swap mechanic is great and you want to use it, but it really depends on positioning. If you can't get to the ball, then you don't need to use the swap mechanic. You need to play the receiver. But if you feel like you're in good position to play the ball or play or do the swap mechanic, then you should. If not, you should play the receiver. Like, playing the receiver still works. It'll hit the receiver when he touches the ball. And for the most part, it will knock the ball out unless you're going against more of an elite receiver. And the swap mechanic also works against elite receivers too, but you have to be in good positioning. In some way, it kind of matters on what defensive back you have attacking the receiver. But for the most part, the swap mechanic is pretty cold. You guys are going to love the swap mechanic. I promise you that. But when I talked about how receivers attack the ball now, that's going to make a difference too. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be different from when you're playing the computer versus playing against a user. A user is going to want to come back and attack the ball versus you playing the receiver, playing the ball, or using a swap mechanic. So I'm pretty sure there's a coding within the game that kind of determines how that's going to go. But I definitely enjoy the swap mechanic. Inside zone. So with Madden 16, the inside zone totally destroyed all defenses. I mean, people have to come up with inside zone defense. With this Madden, with people playing their gaps and being responsible to their gaps, inside zone is still effective in some way, but it's not going to be effective all the time. You can't run inside zone all game and expect for it to be successful, especially with you being able to have so much power in your hands for playing defense. It just really matters on what defense that you guys pick. If you're playing the same vanilla defense all game and not adjusting to what your opponent is doing, you're going to get burned on it. So, I mean, it's all up to you, and the power is all in your hands to pick which defense you want to play to stop what your opponent is doing. Next, we're going to go into the offensive side of the ball. So, scrambling is very fluid when you're scrambling out the pocket. I wasn't able to scramble as much as I would have liked to, for the simple fact that the gap responsibilities are on point, and the guy that's containing the outside makes it very difficult for you to run outside. There was a few times I was able to run out the pocket, but I still had to either find an open receiver, throw the ball away, or slide or run out of bounds, because if you hold on to the ball and you're still like behind the line of scrimmage, your quarterback will still fumble the ball. So like, this Madden is all about making sure that you get rid of the football. So make sure you guys are getting rid of the football when you run out the pocket. Like, it's catered more to the defense whenever your quarterback has the ball and he's not getting rid of the ball in time. Pockets do kind of form and kind of not form. It's kind of the same in Madden 16. The blocking is very fluid and it gives you an opportunity to kind of make a semi-pocket, but for the most part, it's just like 16. The pockets are not really going to be the same. Also with play action, I got several questions about play action. And with play action, if you block your running back, it's still going to give you the same semi-animation like it did in Madden 16. It won't really do anything different than what it used to do. So when you press RB to block, when you block the running back, and he's going to stay back there at the block, and you're going to get the same animation. Also, whenever you do play action, depending on the quarterback's rating, the play action animation is going to still be the same. So whether your quarterback has 99 play action or if he has 60 play action, the animation is going to be the same. But the higher the play action attribute for your quarterback is, the more it's going to be able to trick the user, not the user, but the computer controlled players. So like for you, if you stay home on play action, then you're good. If you get sucked in, you get sucked in. For the guys that are not controlled by you, they can get sucked in or they can't. It just depends on like their play recognition and their awareness. And also if you're playing for the pass or whatever it is that you might do, it just depends on like what you do and your players on defense. But the animation is going to still be the same. Sliding your O-line to protect your quarterback, it works. It's somewhat the same of 16. I mean, it's basically like you got to be smart. If you got a guy sending pressure from the left or the right up the middle, and you don't adjust to that, then you're gonna get beat on the blitzes and stuff. So if you got a guy blitz you from the right and you're adjusting your line to that side of the blitz, you're gonna stop the blitz. I mean, it's as simple as that. If you don't, then you're gonna still get attacked. So this Madden on both offense and defense is more about chess than checkers. You have to adjust to what your opponent is doing, whether it's on offense or on defense. Like, there's no question. Like, I love the fact that the way the defense is now, like, you can do so much on defense now to trick your opponent on offense. So, like, it's all a matter of what you pick. Like, I can't say make it any simpler than that. You're going to have to pick the right plays in order to adjust to what your opponent is doing. Hot routes, still the same. Your quarterback's going to take a second or two whenever you do a hot route. You're able to do one hot route before your line sets, just like in 16. But after that, you're going to have to wait a couple seconds to do hot routes on offense. So it's still exactly the same. All right. I had a question about Treadwell. Now, Treadwell is not going to be garbage. I mean, he's a rookie. He's not going to be phenomenal. And depending on who he's going against, it's going to make a difference. Like, the ratings in this Madden aren't going to be the ratings that we're going to get whenever the game drops August 23rd. The ratings we had out there at EA Play were just base ratings. So we don't know what we're going to get from these players. So, but back to Treadwell though. He's going to still be able to make plays. He's going to still get open. He's still going to make catches. But whenever he goes up against elite receivers, he's going to struggle compared to going up to, elite cornerbacks. He's going to struggle whenever he goes up against them. And when he goes up against more mid-tier cornerbacks, he's going to be a little bit better. It just matters on who he's going up against. He's not going to be a scrub. I promise you that. I mean, he made a few catches for me, but whenever I had him on Reeves Island, he struggled. And, I mean, that's how it should be. In real football, when Treadwell's going up against Reeves, he's going to struggle. When he's going up against Buster Screen, he's going to be able to make a couple more plays than he would when he was going up against Reeves. All right, moving on to other aspects of the game. So I wasn't able to play any weather games as far as rain or snow. The most weather I had was wind. So I have no idea how the weather, as far as snow accumulating or footsteps or anything like that with the rain, I have no idea how that's going to work out. I wasn't able to do that. I had a limited amount of time to play the game, so I did the best I could to get as much info for you guys as I could. But the wind does matter, and it definitely matters in the kicking game, as I said in the first video. The kicking game is going to be crucial to you guys. Make sure you guys lab kicking, because it's going to make a difference. I had a question about All-Pro versus All-Madden. I didn't play All-Pro because of the fact that all we do in my league is play All Madden, and I wanted to get the best out of the game I could on the hardest level. I'm sure All Pro is going to be somewhat tough also, but for me, it was all about playing against the best I could play. I had trouble. I struggled at times on All Madden. I'm sure that people are going to struggle with All Pro. I mean, once you get adjusted to All Pro, you're going to probably want to move up to All Madden. The computer AI, whenever you do play on All Madden, is better, whether you play on a computer or a user. So I wanted to get the best bang for my buck in the limited amount of time that I had. All right, computer kicking. The computer did miss kicks whenever the wind was bad or whether he was further away or anything like that. The computer kicking is not going to be automatic. They're going to miss. So expect that, especially with how special teams is now, where you can block kicks and you can bring pressure and you can ice the kicker. Uh, you can only ice the kicker in a limited amount of time. So, like I said, like under 2 minutes or whenever the game is on the line, you're able to ice a kicker. And another thing I want to add in there, whenever you're kicking, it's not just the control of pressing A at the top, then A back down wherever the kick meter is for your accuracy. You also have to control the left stick and move it. So, like, you can't just move the left stick and the kicking arc stays there. You have to control it with your thumb on the left stick. So if I'm over on the right hash mark and I need to kick more to the left, I'm actually using my thumb and holding over the left stick while I'm pressing A and kicking. It isn't just I'm moving it over, I'm taking my hand off, and I'm just kicking. I have to hold the left stick over to make sure that I stay on point where I want to kick the ball, and pressing A as it goes up, press A, and then when it comes back down, press A. So that's a little bit more info on what the kicking is going to be. All right, so player regression. Player regression is going to be more about age and not meeting your goals. The older your players get, they are going to regress. If you meet your goals, you're not going to regress as much. For the younger players, I didn't see any regression towards the younger players, but I'm sure like once they get into their 29 to early 30s and latter 30s, the regression is going to happen. Now, the regression will be toned down if you meet your goals for the season. But if you're not meeting your goals, the regression is going to be a lot higher. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is the rookie ratings. So I had a lot of questions about rookie speed and their ceiling and all those things. So let me get to that. The receiver speed was toned down. I saw running back speed higher than 91. The highest running back speed I saw was 95. I also saw speed for the safeties higher than normal. I saw safety speed up to 96 speed. Now, John White did tell me that these weren't going to be the attributes that come out when the game comes out August 23rd. But what I saw was kind of like the scouting combine like numbers as in Madden 16. Like I said, John White said it wasn't going to be like that. It's going to be catered to more of what the players, the actual legit players in the game are going to be. I'm hoping to see that. I do not want to see a running back or cornerback with 96, 97 speed, receivers, whatever it is. Like, not everybody comes on the game with that high speed, especially whenever they tailor the speed down a little bit. And they don't need to have those high caliber speed guys out there. It kind of ruins the game because that's not what we have to start the game out with. So I'm hoping that they stay true to that. Also, like with the ceiling cap. So like, if you had like a real good cornerback you were scouting and he was a B plus man, I didn't see anything over B plus man. Same with all the rest of the attributes. When I did a little bit of scouting, I probably scouted roughly 30 players and as quickly as possible, just kind of see if I see anything that was higher as far as like the ceiling. You still get like an A plus throwing power on some of the quarterbacks, but as far as like man coverage, zone coverage, press, I wasn't able to see anything over B plus. Along with the receivers, I wasn't able to see anything over a B plus as far as catching. Spectacular catch, catching traffic, route running. It still was the same. Now, I don't know what they're going to do whenever the game comes out and how they're going to tailor that. But as far as what I saw at EA Play, that's what I saw. Around the same thing, scouting the same thing with the same top three attributes in the letter grade, along with the combine stats. There wasn't anything like that one player that was just out of this world with certain letter grade attributes. Also, that about covers everything. One thing I want to throw in, we won't have gameplay. So gameplay is not going to be available until the 20th. And that's going to be from the Game Changers. They're going to be putting out gameplay, I think, in 5-minute increments. They are the ones that are able to. There's not going to be any like gameplay that people recorded at the game on their cell phones or anything. EA is not going to play that. They're going to take that off the internet as soon as they see it. So people were actually there that was actually able to capture gameplay the right way compared to the wrong way by cell phones and stuff like that. So they're going to be dropping gameplay on the 20th, and I'm looking forward to seeing that gameplay along with all you guys that weren't able to play the game. So the 20th, keep your eyes out, and once I see anything gameplay, I'll make sure to kind of throw it out there for the guys that aren't able to see it drop like right then and there. I will definitely keep my eyes open for you guys. All right, that does it for all the questions that I had in my comment section. We're going to be doing another vlog. Project Fat's going to do it. He's going to be tailoring his vlog more towards presentation, special teams, and commentary. The commentary is great. If I spoke about commentary, I'll probably be on here for another 20, 30 minutes, and I don't want to take up any more of your guys' time. But the commentary was great. Special teams really are going to change the game. There is positives and negatives, and it's going to be good. Like, you can't sit there and go for a punt block or field goal block the whole time, not expect to get roughing the kicker and things like that. Sometimes you're going to be rewarded, sometimes you're not. But I'll let Fat get more into that kind of stuff. Also with the presentation and how the game looks with the graphics and everything like that. But that's all I have for this vlog. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to NBL Network. And this is DK signing off, and I'll see you guys later.